start with Hogaak Vine. Let's do it. Yeep. I have once upon a time to find something broken. I have turn 1 Deathrite Shaman backed up by turn 2 Collector Oof with Wasteland. That seems fine. This is probably the least exciting hand that I've kept on 7 playing this deck. But I don't know that this is actually a mulligan. Like there's a lot here that looks really good if I pick up a Bazaar, and if I don't, I still have a clear strategy, even if it's not broken. It has the chance of screwing over our opponent, and I like that. Maybe game 1 my strategy should be mulligan towards something more aggressive and just try to get my opponent towards dead instead of trying to play a controlling game when I don't know what my opponent's deck is. But this feels good. Yeah, I'll take the Hogaak here for the long game. Isn't Hogaak also banned in Modern? Like, is that card still allowed to exist there? I think the answer is no. That's interesting. Oh, okay, gotcha. I kind of think I just played. I kind of just want to play Bazaar, dump 2 Bloodghast into the graveyard, make my opponent deal with it. Be very likely able to cast a Hogaak next turn. I could also just wasteland my opponent and play Collector Oof. Just like get ahead on board. And then start mucking around with the graveyard. That's also not the worst plan. But it means that my opponent can have a mana with Deathrite Shaman, whereas they can't right now. Try to do something broken. So it's Bloodghast, and I guess I throw in a Hogaak since I have a second. I think I will go Lotus, green, play the Oof. And I think I pass. My opponent tries to do something with their Deathrite Shaman, I counter it with mine. And if they don't try to do something with Deathrite Shaman, I eat their Gitaxian Probe. Yep. Now you don't discard it. Cool. Really? You're not going to hold up to eat? Okay. I mean, I'm good with that. I'm just surprised. I'm gonna get that Ancestral out of there before my opponent finds another way to do it again. So I'm going to be casting a Hogaak this turn and putting some Bloodghast into play. See if I can do anything more broken. Yep. Yep, I can. Alright, so there's 1, 2. I'm going to get all the lands out of there, I think. 3, 4, 5. This can be 6. I don't want to attack with this. Other Hogaak? Be something I can eat in there. 7. So now opponent doesn't have mana up for this, so I'll eat that. This denies 1 mana long term, but gives them 1 mana short term. I'm not sure that I actually wasteland anymore. It gives them 1 more mana this turn, and I care about this turn too much. And maybe blow it up later once I have removed 1 Deathrite Shaman because my opponent is forced to chump block with it. Even a Tarmogoyf isn't really that scary right now. With 3 Deathrite Shamans on board, it's probably pretty easy to just like eat and keep it in check. That walk's pretty good. Now do I wasteland? Maybe now I wasteland. It forces them to tap Deathrite Shamans, which means they don't block. Yeah, I think now I'll wasteland, especially since there's 1 land in the graveyard already. I think I'm going to take out the green. Didn't get gushed, so that's nice. Taking the green also means that they can't eat my creatures without like also using a Deathrite Shaman to produce mana. So that's really good. Seems pretty interesting. So that could be bad. Opponent has already used Time Walk and Ancestral. Well, Like that. Coinman, the plan is to play Eternal Weekend if I am confident enough to play it. And if I am not confident enough to play it, then like I'll just have enjoyed Vintage for a few days and made some videos that people will find helpful before Eternal Weekend. All right, I think I want Assassin trophies in and Collector U for Once Upon a Time is probably going to come out. Maybe Force of Vigor. With Collector U out. Coinman, I highly recommend this deck. It has a whole lot of really, really powerful starts. And when you don't know what you're doing in a format, doing something that is objectively powerful is a very good idea. I don't think I'm going to keep the Once Upon a Time for Bizarre hand on 7. This one I'll keep. Yeah, Reaple G, but definitely plays through hate better than Dredge. Hollow 1, for example, just completely ignores a bunch of graveyard hate. You just discard 3 cards and poop a 4/4. Leyline's definitely good against this hand. I think I want to Once Upon a Time before my opponent can daze. I'm going to awkwardly show my opponent that I'm taking a Wasteland. The other thing I can do is pick up the Hollow 1 and just intend on cycling it. I also could have just picked up a green card there to have something better to pitch to Force of Vigor. Yes, I will snap off Wasteland on your volcanic island. I don't need to think about that. I'm gonna hold this Mox. Like, I don't get to play anything with it this turn. That's pretty good. All right. Let's see if you have counter magic to back up your ley line. If you don't, I'm a happy boy. If you do, I will start hard casting dorks. They will probably get a basic. Oh, they don't get a basic land out of it. Oh no, opponent, you kept a leyline hand that didn't do enough. I have bad news for you. You're in trouble. Maybe you also have a Rab Trap or something, though. Okay. That's fair. think I will play the land and just cast Deathrite Shaman. Yeah, that indeed signals no Rab Trap. Quite happy about that. Our own Deathrite. Alright, we can have awkward dueling Deathrites. I think I'm just making a Vengevine here and just sending it. There's a world where I was supposed to just hold up my Deathrite Shaman to invalidate my opponent's Deathrite Shaman's ability to produce mana. But I thought the clock was important there. Oh, Renin 6. That's a very good thing to get in play. I drew a black source, I got to do something pretty cool there. But I didn't. I think it is worth it to Stitcher Supplier. A Hogaak. A Hogaak. Just cast that while I have priority. I get greedier. I think I just cast that while I have priority. Oh, that cost me Vengevine to do right now. It cost me the Vengevine attack. Alright, play this. So if my opponent had Surgical, they would have Surgical there, right? So I can eat Polluted Delta from my opponent's graveyard, play Bloodghast, and then do it. Yeah. I'm going to assume that taking this Planeswalker off the table is worth the 4 life. Just gives my opponent another land drop and a way to eliminate some of my smaller creatures. Like, outside of a sweeper, we've probably got this game locked up. Yeah, lands a tap for mana, play for Tabernacle, which is like a huge frickin' thing in this format. Friend, I hate to tell you, but you're very dead on board. I don't know what you're looking for. We have 8, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20 damage on board. It would have to be like Lotus, Young Pyromancer, or Mentor plus other spells? Question mark? Reapal Chief, good question. What's stopping Paradoxical out from being tier 0? There's a lot of like null rod effects in the format that just like stops that deck from comboing off, in addition to other disruptive things that are going on in the format. Hold the Deathrite Shaman back to drain, and just send everything at our opponent. All right, and we beat RUG.